There comes a moment in life that hurts more than rejection, more than being left, more than losing someone. It's the moment you realize you were giving your heart to someone who was only passing time with you. Not out of cruelty, not out of intention, but out of absence. They were there, but they were never present. Before we go deeper, if content like this helps you understand yourself, your emotions, and your relationships, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and turn on notifications. These conversations are meant to stay with you, not just motivate you. This video isn't here to make you angry. It's not here to tell you everyone is bad. And it's not here to turn you against love. It's here to help you notice what your heart has been quietly trying to tell you, long before your mind was ready to listen. Because the most dangerous relationships aren't always loud or toxic. Sometimes they're calm, familiar, and slowly emptying you. Sign 1, they are present, but not invested. Let's begin here, because this is where most people get confused. They reply, they show up sometimes, they laugh with you, they speak kindly when things are light. From the outside, it looks like care. But when you pause, when you really reflect, something feels missing. They don't ask deeper questions. They don't remember what matters to you. They don't lean in when conversations turn meaningful. They occupy space in your life, but they don't take responsibility for your emotional reality. And over time, you notice something painful. You feel more understood talking to yourself than talking to them. Real care shows curiosity. It shows presence beyond convenience. It shows attention when there's nothing to gain. Someone who truly cares doesn't just exist near you. They invest in knowing you. Sign 2, you start doubting your own needs. This is where the damage gets quieter. You express how something made you feel. Not aggressively, not dramatically, just honestly. And the response is subtle dismissal, not outright cruelty that would be easier to spot, but soft invalidation. You're thinking too much. That's not what I meant. Why do you always take things personally? At first, you defend yourself. Then you explain. Then eventually you stop speaking. And here's the dangerous part. You begin to believe your needs are the problem. But listen carefully. People who care may not always understand you, but they will never train you to silence yourself. When care is missing, your emotional truth becomes an inconvenience. Sign 3, you feel anxious where you should feel safe. This one doesn't live in logic. It lives in the body. You overthink messages. You rehearse conversations before having them. You feel a tightness in your chest before interactions. Not excitement, not calm, but tension, and deep down, you know why. You're constantly monitoring yourself, your tone, your words, your emotions, because being fully yourself doesn't feel welcome. Care creates safety, not perfection, not agreement. Safety. If someone truly cares, your nervous system can rest around them. If it can't, your body already has the answer your heart is afraid to accept. This is only the beginning, because the hardest signs to accept aren't the obvious one. They're the patterns you normalized because you love someone more than you protected yourself. There's a phase that comes after awareness. It's quieter than anger, more exhausting than sadness. It's the phase where you stop making excuses for what your heart already knows. Because once you see the signs, you can't unsee them. Sign 4, the effort is consistently one-sided. At first, you didn't mind. You told yourself, they're just busy. They're not good at expressing themselves. If I care more, that's okay. So you became the one who checked in, the one who initiated conversations, the one who repaired emotional distance you didn't create. And slowly, a pattern formed. When you stopped calling silence, when you stopped explaining distance, when you stopped giving, nothing replaced it. That's when the truth lands heavy. If connection only survives because you are carrying it, it was never mutual. Care shows itself in effort without reminders, in presence without pressure, in consistency that doesn't depend on your exhaustion. Someone who truly cares notices when the connection weakens and moves toward you, not away. Sign 5, your pain doesn't change their behavior. This is the final sign. The one people resist the most. You've already expressed yourself. You've already explained the hurt. You've already given the benefit of the doubt. And yet, the same patterns repeat. The same actions, the same neglect, the same emotional distance. Here is the hard truth spoken gently. When someone knows they're hurting you and does nothing to change, they are choosing comfort over care. Love without adjustment is not love. Apologies without change are not remorse. Listening without action is not empathy. Care transforms behavior, not instantly, but intentionally. If nothing shifts, something is missing. Here's why letting go is difficult. You don't miss who they were. You miss who you believe they could be. You're grieving potential, possibility, the version of them that only existed in your hope. And that grief feels confusing because they weren't terrible. They weren't abusive. They weren't cruel. They just didn't show up the way your heart needed. And sometimes that hurts more than obvious harm. The truth you need to hear. Read this slowly. Someone can care a little and still not care enough for you. And that doesn't mean you're unworthy. It means you're misaligned. You were asking for depth from someone who could only offer surface. You were asking for presence from someone who only knew proximity. Your sensitivity wasn't the problem. Your needs weren't excessive. Your heart wasn't too much. You were simply offering it to the wrong place. The moment you stop explaining your worth, you reclaim your power. The moment you stop chasing clarity, it finds you. Because real care doesn't confuse you. It doesn't keep you guessing. It doesn't make you shrink. It feels steady. It feels safe. It feels like being met, not managed. If this resonated, don't rush to change anyone else. Pause. Reflect. Protect your heart. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is stop watering a place where nothing grows. If this message gave you clarity, like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future conversations like this. And if any part of this felt personal, leave a comment, not to explain, not to justify, just to be honest. Awareness is the beginning of peace.